Hello everyone, and welcome to the beginning of my Pokemon Nuzlocke run. I'm going to be playing through Ultra Moon on this run. I've got a randomizer going, then I just wanted to make this kind of setup video just going over all of the basic settings and which ones I chose, why I chose them, and that's really about it. I'm actually going to go ahead and initiate the randomizer now. You should be able to see it on screen here. What I'm doing is, I will load my settings. Okay, so this is the setting situation that I have. Base statistics remain the same of every Pokemon. Don't want to change around their stats. It's just too hectic. Nothing means anything anymore and nothing makes any sense. So it bothers me. It's not happening. Standardized XP curves and strong legendaries have a slow XP. So what this means is that things like dragon types and bug Pokemon will have more or less the same number of experience to level up, as opposed to normally where bug types like level up really fast and dragon types level up really slow. And also legendaries are moved to the just normal slow level up speed. So they're still going to level up slower than everything else, but not astronomically so. The reason being I don't want to be grinding a lot in this game. I've watched a lot of other Nuzlockes, and what they'll do sometimes is they'll grind off screen to level up Pokemon. I don't want to have to do that. It just seems like a waste of time. It's unfun. So trying to make things level up at a pretty predictable pace. Pokemon types remain the same. I've randomized their abilities. I think this adds like an extra little flavor to the game, makes everything a little more unique, a little bit more fun, a little bit more enjoyable. So that's why I did that. No Wonder Guard, or a Wonder Guard is allowed, but you'll see there's a option later where it doesn't show up until later on because it can be a little game breaking if it happens to you too early on. Follow evolutions, don't follow mega evolutions. That means that say that I have a who's a good example of this? Okay, say I have a Charmeleon, right? Say I have a Charmander and he has Hyper Cutter as an ability. So when he levels up to Charmeleon, he would still have Hyper Cutter. When he levels up to Charizard, he would still have Hyper Cutter, because normally Charmander would maintain that ability through his entire level up process. But if he Mega Evolves to Mega Charizard Y, for instance, typically then he would lose Blaze, or whatever he started with, and he would gain Drought as an ability. So I made it so that they will still have that happen. If they're Mega Evolved, he would have Hyper Cutter in this case. He'd have Hyper Cutter all the way up until Charizard, and then if he Mega Evolves into Mega Charizard Y or X, he would lose Hyper Cutter and gain some other ability, whatever one was randomly assigned to Mega Charizard Y. What that'll mean is that when I'm playing, if by some chance, which it is not likely, based on just how items show up, if by some chance I manage to get a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, and I get the ability to, and I get the right crystal to be able to Mega Evolve him, which I don't even think is possible in Ultra Moon, because I don't think that you get Mega Evolutions until the end of the game. So I don't predict this being an issue, but it would ensure that I would have there would be an interesting choice to be made there, where it's like, well, do you want to evolve him and use this other ability, or is his normal ability better? On the topic of evolution, Pokemon's evolutions remain unchanged. They don't evolve into random stuff. I don't like that as much. And I've also made it so that evolutions that are impossible to get otherwise, like because you need to be able to trade them, for instance, are baked into the game as normal. And also make evolutions easier. That just means that Pokemon that have like really high levels for evolution, like, I think Dragonite needs to be like level 55 to evolve. That's not going to happen. It's going to be reduced down to 40. And you'll see that level 40 is a specific breakpoint in this run. For other reasons, as you'll see. Random starter Pokemon. The 3 starters will be any 3 Pokemon that have, a base form and 2 evolutions. So Ghastly or Caterpie or Charmander, Static Pokemon are random but are similar strength. So things that, like, if you would see the Pokemon on the map and you would walk up to them and click A on them, they will still be there, but they're going to be a different Pokemon who's roughly of the right power. So that would affect it would affect like legendaries, I think, in Ultra Moon. I don't know if there are really any other Pokemon that show up like that. So then beyond that, we've got in-game trades, just completely randomized. Maybe we'll find people that maybe we'll be able to get Pokemon to trade with them. Maybe we won't. That'll just be up to chance. See what happens. Moves remain the same, but all of the stats are updated to Gen 8, which is the Sword and Shield generation, so they should be current. Movesets remain unchanged. Enemies, trainers will still have type themes, so normally a bug catcher will have all bug type Pokemon. A bug catcher will still have a theme of Pokemon, right? So they'll still have all of something. It just might not be bug. Actually, it probably won't be bug. This just makes it so that fights are a little bit more... it's more and less predictable. Well, it's more predictable, but it's less easy, I think. I might have someone who, say the entire enemy team is fire types or something. I might have a rock or a water type on me who can kind of march through their team, but I might also only have one, and then it becomes kind of a game of like, how do I protect this Pokemon so I can use them? Which is especially important because we are doing double battle mode, which means every trainer in the game is going to be a double battle. This is the most fun for me because I am a big VGC fan, so it'll be fun to play through a game of doubles. Every trainer will have at least one extra Pokemon, so it's guaranteed that doubles will always work. Important trainers will always have 2 extra Pokemon, and bosses will always have 3 extra Pokemon, which means that a gym leader, or I guess a trial captain in Sun and Moon, will always have 3 more Pokemon than they would normally, so up to a maximum of 6 as normal. Rivals carry their starters throughout the game, so they, if my rival picks Togepi as its starter, it will always have one of its evolutions in its party. Weight types by number. So this means that if trainers, right, with the type theming, if trainers, so how do I describe this? There aren't a whole lot of ice types in Pokemon. So there aren't going to be a lot of trainers that have all ice types because they're weighting the frequency of that type showing up based on how many Pokemon of that type exist. This just means that I won't run into as many duplicates, basically. No early Wonder Guard, as I said, so no Wonder Guard before level 20. I'll just never run into a Pokemon that has Wonder Guard until then. Allow alternate forms, yeah, sure. Don't have to really worry about Mega Evolvables. Sometimes an enemy trainer will have a shiny type, 1 in 256 chance. It'll just happen. Trainers will all, at level 40, all of their Pokemon will automatically be fully evolved, which means I'll never run into a level 50 Squirtle or whatever, right? This is just to keep the difficulty spiked. And also the level modifier, so all enemy trainers will have their Pokemon's levels increased by 20%, which should provide a good challenge. I'm going to leave the EXP share on, once again, to make sure I don't have to just spend all my time grinding, trying to level up a specific Pokemon, because that just is a buzzkill. So, to compensate, enemy trainers will all be considerably stronger. As for Totem Pokemon, they're going to be completely random. Allies in areas where you have an allied trainer, which I don't know if Sun and Moon even has any. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe with Gladion later on, but their Pokemon will be random. Auras also on Totem Pokemon will be random. Held items will be randomized, and Totem Pokemon will also have more power. About, looks like about 17% increase in level. Wild Pokemon, completely randomized. Every time that I run into a Pokemon, it will be something new. And I'm also just having no additional rules here. Time-based encounters. All right, I usually am going to be playing in the evening, so I don't want time-based encounters. Minimum catch rate is set to 2. Basically just means that you can see here, normal Pokemon 30% at low HP and legendaries at 15. Or 50 and 25, sorry. Basically it just means that I won't run into a situation where Pokemon are too difficult to catch. It is a Nuzlocke. Taking it easy on myself a little bit here. It's fun to get Pokemon. It's more fun to get them than it is to not get them. I don't like the catch rate being super high for legendaries, especially early on in the game where you only have Pokeballs and Great Balls. It's not really, I think, fair for the Nuzlocke rules for you to just kind of get screwed out of something because you ran into something too powerful too early. I might, you know what, we'll bring it down to, 1 or 2 is the option. I'm going to leave it a little bit buffed because I like that more, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to leave it as is. Held items are randomized. They won't have bad items, things like mail and berries, because there's so many of them in the game that if you just pick them at random, you're going to get a lot of those crappy items. So they just won't be available. When a wild Pokemon is holding something, it'll hopefully be something moderately useful. Percentage level modifier, wild Pokemon just increased by 10%. Once again, just powering everything up a little bit. This means that I'll level up faster too, but what that should turn the game into is the levels of areas should just escalate faster and be more dramatic later on. TMs are completely random, meaning that and so are HMs. Yeah, HMs are random. Oh, and Sword and Shield actually doesn't matter because you have ride Pokemon, so no HMs needed. TMs are completely random though. Completely random, could be anything. And then who's able to learn it is completely random as well. So for every Pokemon, for every TM, there's just gonna be a set number of Pokemon that are able to learn that thing. So it will allow me to put some weird moves on some weird Pokemon. Should just be fun every now and again to learn something, to have them with an off color move. No game breaking moves though. So things specifically in this case, like it calls out Dragon Rage, just does 40 damage. That's not fun early on. You don't want to get if the first TM I got was Dragon Rage, I would walk through the first half of the game because I would 1 or 2 hit pretty much everything I ran into. So that just won't show up as a TM. Move Tutor is the exact same rules. Field items. Okay, so random items on the ground, completely random. Even distribution, which just means that items don't get placed too often. No bad items again. When I see an item on the ground, it should always be something I want to go get. It'll never just be mail or something. Shops also will always have random inventory, no bad items. Shops, no overpowered items, pushing everything kind of into that medium band. Shop prices will be fixed based on whoever published this tool in order to make sure that the prices aren't broken, because sometimes random items just don't have the right prices based on how they were coded into the game because they weren't supposed to be purchasable. So it'll fix shop prices. Evolution items will be guaranteed, which means that every evolution item will appear in at least one shop in the game. Just to guarantee there's always a way somewhere you'll be able to evolve, your Pikachu into a Raichu or whatever. Fast text, no lucky eggs. Don't revert temporary alt forms, meaning that if I catch, by some miracle, if I find a Mega Blastoise in the wild and I catch him, I now have a Mega Blastoise. He will always be Mega Blastoise. I just got lucky. That's what he is. You know. And that is going to be pretty much all of them. I will hit the old randomize button, and I call it Moon 6 because I've done a lot of these in practice for this part of the game. Now it's randomized. So with that, I will see you all in the first episode.